Scope 1 greenhouse gas emissions are created by an organisation from either the fuel or the equipment that it owns or controls. This generally includes petrol or diesel vehicles, gas heaters, gas ovens, boilers and on-site generators. Gas leaks from refrigerators are also included in Scope 1 emissions. Now, when an organisation buys fuel or gas, the burning of that fuel or gas and therefore the creation of greenhouse gas emissions happens at the organisation itself, in its cars, trucks and ovens, etc. The organisation is the one creating the emissions, unlike electricity where the emissions are created at the power station. So how do you calculate Scope 1 emissions? Well, you find the amount of fuel or gas used and then multiply it by what's called the emission factor. The emission factor tells you how much carbon dioxide equivalent is released for every litre of fuel burned or every unit of gas used. It's published by the Australian Government every year in a paper called the National Greenhouse Accounts Factors. Diesel, for example, currently has an emission factor in Australia of approximately 2.7 kilograms of carbon dioxide equivalent per litre used. Now, the trickier part in the calculations is finding out how much fuel and gas was actually used retrospectively. You can get this from fuel payments, fuel card records, or gas bills. But how was it recorded in your accounting software? Does the business have a process that makes it easy to find the figures later? If there are non-fuel purchases at the service stations, for example, like food or supplies, are these shown separately from the fuel purchased? Can you easily see the number of litres, or is it just the cost? And how does that cost relate to the number of litres when the price of fuel changes day by day? What would make it easier to calculate when the time comes, rather than digging back through old receipts or worse, guessing? Could you add a note to your accounting software showing the number of litres of fuel purchased for each receipt as it's entered? Thinking about how data is recorded certainly makes it easier down the track when it comes time to calculating Scope 2 emissions.